Hey guys, when visiting the American Girl headquarters last year, I had a chance to design and set up a miniature room. So today I'm going to be showing you the process and how that all worked and what it looked like at the end. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to click on the subscribe button down below and the notification bell in the corner so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be sure to comment down below if you could design any type of room, what would the theme be? We are just on the way to the studio now to set up the room, but this here is the lobby and they have a lot of different displays. So I just arrived at the studio, and over to the side there are quite a few different tables filled with different accessories and furniture pieces to set up the room. It's really great because there are so many different items from different collections. There's some historical items, there's also some Girl of the Year, Truly Me, and Welly Wisher pieces too. And it'll be really easy to figure out what to add into the room because everything is already in the separated categories. So there's the pet section over on one side. This section has a lot of different bed options to choose from too. Some of my favorite accessories are definitely from the Welly Wisher collection, so I'm so glad they included a few of those to use for the room. We also have Julie's egg chair here, her pinball machine, and some hair salon items, and a school desk too. And over on the front table, there are quite a few different smaller accessories like hats, sunglasses, jewelry, and backpacks too. So I managed to choose a few different accessories and furniture items from the table display, but I also went to the storeroom and picked a few items from there too. So this here is the space I'll be using for the miniature room setup, and it's really great because there's a window on one side and there's a wall over on the other side, so it actually looks like a room, but the wallpaper in the middle was already displayed there, so that was my idea for the room and the inspiration. It's going to be pastel themed, so I'll be using a lot of pale pinks and blues as well. So I was thinking for a while I'd go with Julie's bed just because it matches the floral theme of the wallpaper, but I ended up choosing Rebecca's bed because it matches the pastel pink and the gold theme a lot more. And what I'm doing is I'm styling the different pillows, choosing how I want them to be set up. And the items next to the bed are just a few accessories I'm thinking of adding to the room. I haven't decided where everything is going yet. But as soon as I decided the theme of the room, I definitely knew I wanted to include Mary Ellen's dress as it has flowers on the front and it's a gorgeous light pink color too. So I've just added it onto Isabel's stand. One accessory item that I use quite frequently in my room setups are definitely books, and they managed to bring up quite a few different containers of miniature books, and they have them all organized in different categories. So we have some contemporary books here, and then there's some historical books over to the other side as well. This display case will be perfect to display all of the different books, and it was actually used for a craft project a few years ago, so it's not for sale at American Girl, but I think it will be a lovely addition to the room setup, and it'll also be a great place to display all of the different books too. So I was really hoping to have the hardcover books laying down and then the paper books standing up, but they weren't standing, so I managed to find this miniature Polaroid camera, so I'm going to see if it can hold the books in place. But it seems like the handles on either side of the Polaroid camera are too large and there's too many books, so I'm going to remove a few of the books and I'm going to try it again to see if it stays in place. So I managed to get it to stay in place, but it is tilted over to the side, but I can't move it, otherwise the books will probably fall over again. So the room is starting to come together. It has definitely been a while since the last time I showed you the room. The bed has been set up and the cabinet is starting to come together as well. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to set up a miniature dollhouse section in the room. The house itself is from a catalog photo shoot and I have a few mini dolls here. And the reason why I chose these mini dolls is because they're wearing light pink, so it matches the rest of the room. So I think I'm going to have two dolls standing next to the dollhouse since there's some room over to the side. And then as for the mini Samantha doll, I'm going to have her sitting on the bed. And as for the bedding itself, it's not actually from an American Girl set. It was a piece of fabric. It's a gorgeous light pink color with gold polka dots on it, so it matches the theme and the bed itself perfectly. And the material was styled and it was fit over the top of the mattress to make it look like a bedding set. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just making everything a little bit more organized on the bed. I'm adjusting the pillows so the mini dolls fit, and then we have the PJs over to the other side. So the next step is to add some curtains to the room, and I love how these ones match the flooring, and then you can also choose the different scene featured in the window, and I decided to choose a nature scene. There are quite a few books left over from the original display case that I was setting up, so I decided to add a few over here, and this section is inspired by filming videos or stop motion, so we have the dollhouse with the miniature dolls, and then we also have some camera equipment too. And here's what the house setup looks like. There are a total of 2 different levels, and it's really great because you can adjust the wall, making the room as large or as small as you'd like. So now that most of the furniture and accessory pieces have been added to the room, the next step is to design the walls. So we have different posters here, and there are quite a few different ones to choose from. I'm not sure if I will choose these picture photos or ones with different quotes on it. One room decor item that I always use for room setups are Buntings, and I have one at home that's pink and gold that I always use, and I'd love to feature it in the room, but I don't have it with me today. But someone said that they're going to try and recreate it, so I can't wait to see what it will look like. So now it's time to set up all of the different wall decor items. So these here are actually postcards, but they have inspirational quotes on it, and it matches the gold theme of the room. And I managed to find a total of 4 of them, so I have 2 over to the side and 2 on top of the bed. And now the next step is to add the bunting to the room, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's gold and pink, but it's quite hard to attach, so I have to go over to the other side of the wall so it stays in place. And since all of the bunting pieces are gathered together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread them out, and I'll just line it up so it looks a little bit more even. And as for the posters over towards the other side of the room, I'm going to be using the posters with the dolls' faces on them, and I'm just deciding where to place them. There's a total of 6 posters, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the blue one, and I'm going to add all 6 posters to the wall. And these posters were for another project American Girl did a while ago, but they're perfect for this room setup too. And even though it definitely took quite a while to design and style the room, I'm so happy with how it turned out. So we have the display case and then the nightstand over on one side with the bed, and over on the other side we have another section with the miniature house, the mini dolls, and then the filming equipment too. So now that we've finished setting it up, it's time to take some photos and film a video too. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking each accessory out, and then they're taking a photo, then I'll take another item out, and slowly the whole room will disappear, but they'll reverse it so it looks like it's being added to the room rather than taken out. So the first item I took out of the room were the posters, and then I started to take out some of the smaller accessories. I'm leaving the main furniture pieces there, and then eventually I'll take all the furniture items, and the last item will be the bed. So eventually the room will be completely empty, and that's the first clip they'll use at the start of the video. And the quality is not the greatest, but I managed to film it on my phone, and here's what the final product should look like. And it's so interesting because everything looks like it has been added by itself. So now that we finished taking photos of the room setup and we finished the video as well, let's go ahead and take a tour around the American Girl headquarters. I've just arrived at the library, and this section has a lot of the different historical books. So we have Josefina, Addie, and then the purple books belong to Rebecca, and then we have Molly right next to Rebecca as well. It's so amazing to see all the different books that have been released throughout the years. So right now we're on the way to the doll hospital, and this section has different coats, and they also have some lockers as well, but we'll just have to walk a little bit further down to take a look at some of the displays they have. So there's a trolley over to the side where they have quite a few different displays and different levels, making it look like a hospital. So right at the lower level they have some of the Biddy twins and the Biddy babies set up, and then there's a crib over to the side. Over on the second level they have another display as well, and it has been designed to look like a waiting room. There's a couch over in the middle, and there is a desk towards the side as well, and it says hospital admission over at the front. And the top level is inspired to look like a hospital room. We have different beds, and then there's a background as well, and all of these dolls have actually been sent to the doll hospitals. There's different examples. And some people, when they send packages to the doll hospital, they actually decorate the boxes too. This room is actually the product design room, and right in the middle they have a lounge section set up with different decor items. My favorite decor item is definitely this guitar. It's inspired by the one featured in Tenny's collection. And over to the side we actually have the Swarovski crystal doll. There's only a total of 3 available, but this was filmed a while ago and all 3 have already been sold. Unfortunately, it's now time to leave American Girl, but I had such a wonderful experience exploring the headquarters, and it was so much fun styling and creating the room as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it.